Okay, Scrump, we did the head. I have this little bit left of the one that we use for the head, but I'll save that for like probably the legs or whatever, since it's already shorter. And we're gonna do the body. So the body is are both ends in here? Or is this just, no? Ah, there we go. The body is really, really similar to the top. I don't want to rip this. So we're gonna go through it kind of fast comparatively, because it's basically the same format, except we're starting with one less stitch. So, okay. It's just getting set up here. Sometimes it takes a while. So we're gonna start with a magic ring and 7 single crochet in the magic ring instead of 8. I know how to do things. Okay. And yeah. So here we go. Magic circle. Now this is very similar to the head, so if you want it slowed down or anything like that, it'll be slower there, but I'm going to bring this tail around, go under the first tail, grab the second yarn, pull it through, and rotate, and then pinch, take this finger out, lift this up, and slip stitch, and then chain, not slip stitch, and then let that unrotate. So 7 single crochet. So just into the middle of the loop, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops on the hook for 1. You can put a stitch marker in there if you want to keep track. So that's 1, and we're just going to do this 6 more times for 7. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1 more for 7. I couldn't remember if I counted the first one as 1 or if I counted the second one as 1. 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay. So we're going to pull this to close this up. And now starting in the first single crochet we made, or the 7th from the hook, 2, 4, 6, 7. We're going to do 2 single crochet in each stitch around for an increase. So after I do this first one, I will put the stitch marker in. There we go. Now another one in this. And 2 in each around. Wait, did I do 2 in that one? No. Now I've done 2 in that one. 1, 2. Why? Okay. 1, 2. 2, and last one. 1, 2. Okay, Okay, next we have an increase row where we're doing 1 single crochet and then increasing and repeating that around. So first single crochet, stitch marker back, then in the next here an increase, and repeat that all the way around, and I'll be back. Okay, so that's that round completed. And now the next is 2 single crochet and then the increase. So first single crochet, stitch marker, second single crochet in the next stitch, and then increase in the next, and repeat that around. Okay, round 5, 3 single crochet before the increase, so that's 1, 2, 3, and then the increase. So repeat that around to finish that round, and then round 6 through 8, so 3 rounds, 6, 7, and 8, just single crochet 1 in each stitch around. I'm not gonna do that this time. We've done it before. It's pretty straightforward, so I will be back after round 8. Okay, so this is after 8. I'm going to tie this down before I go any further and secure this end. So I'll make sure it's tight, tie it under a nearby stitch, and then just weave the tail under a couple of stitches. And let's see, 5 and then decrease and repeat around. So here we go, 1, we'll put this back, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now decrease instead of increase. So insert under the first, pull up a loop, insert under the next stitch in the round, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3, and repeat that around, and I'll be back. Oh, after that, another round of single crochet in each stitch around. So I'll be back after round 10. Alrighty, so that's after round 10. Now it's single crochet 4 and then decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease. Repeat that all the way around, and then 1 round of single crochet, 1 in each stitch around. Okay, so for 13 we are doing 3 single crochet and then the decrease. So there's the first one, stitch marker back in, 2, 3, decrease, repeat that around, and then 14 and 15 single crochet in each stitch around. So I'll be back after 15. Okay, so I'm gonna do the stuffing and stuff later, but for now I'm going to fasten off. So I'm going to slip stitch in the next stitch, and then guesstimate a tail, figure out where I left my scissors. Okay, and there we go. Okay, now body, legs, So we're going to make 2 of these. I only do 1 on here. We're going to chain 6. So we are going to make a slip knot. So I just bring my yarn around my thumb and then pinch this between these fingers, take that loop, put it over, grab that and tighten down like so. I believe we've done we've chained. Maybe we haven't chained. Well, just in case, we'll do it again. So I bring the tail around my thumb, hold it between these fingers here, and then I bring this straight up between them and pinch it. Then take this loop around my thumb, bring it over that finger. Grab this, which is the yarn we held straight up between the fingers, pull that up, pull this down, slip knot. Way faster to do than to explain. Now chain. Press back against the yarn, rotate your hook, grab that, pull through for 1, do it again for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 6. Okay, so now we're going to work back this way, single crochet 4, 3 single crochet in the next stitch, single crochet 3, increase. So we're going to, it doesn't really say this, but because this is what you normally do, we're going to work into this right here. You normally don't work into the last chain that you make. It's a turning chain. So into this one here, the second one from the hook. This is the loop on our hook. This is the first chain from our hook. This is the second chain from our hook. We're going to go into the second chain from our hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops on the hook, put a stitch marker in this if you want, just to keep track of where it is, because we're going to end up working around the other side of the chain as well, and it can just help. So that's 1, and then 1 in the next. Okay, so we're going to work into this here with a single crochet. That's 2. Okay, now into the next here for 3, and then into the next for 4. Now 3 in the next right here. So I'm going to enter into the last chain that we have, do a single crochet. That's 1 in here. I'm going to do another one. That's 2. I'm just holding this tail down so it's out of the way. And now we're turning it a little because we're going to rotate around anyway and put in the third. That's 3. Now we are going to single crochet 3 and then increase. So if you look at this here, we have our first single crochet marked here. We have this turning chain here. So we're going to put our last stitch in this round will be the increase, which is this little loop here, and then 1, 2, 3 to help you find where to go in, because it can be a little confusing when you're coming around, but this little area here is where we were just working. So I'm going to go under this loop for 1 single crochet. Okay, and now this loop here under this loop, that's our second, and right here this is the third, and then under this loop here, our last stitch of the round is our increase. So we're going to put 2 into this spot like so. Now we got our little turning chain and our first single crochet of the round. We're not joining, so now we're going to start on the next round. We are increasing twice, increase 2, and then single crochet 2, increase 4. Okay, so I'm going to start here in this stitch. I'll slip under there, take the stitch marker out, do my first single crochet of this round. It's catching something it's not supposed to. Okay. Put the stitch marker back, and then another one into here to finish this increase. Now it says increase 2, so we're going to do another increase in the next. 1, 2 in the next, then single crochet 2, so 1 single crochet in each of the next 2. 1, 2. And now to get around this turn, we're going to increase 4 times. So 1 increase, 2 increase, 3 increase, 4 increase. So 1, 2, and then in the next here, 3, 4, and the next here, 5 and 6, and then in the last here, 7 and 8 for 4 increases. Now single crochet 2, so 1 single crochet in each of the next 2, 1, 2, and then in the last 2 stitches of the round, 2 increases. So in this one here, 2 single crochet, 1, 2, and in the next 2 single crochet, 1, 2. Now since we started with a chain, you don't have to tie this off. You can weave it in so it's not sticking out. Alrighty, round 4. I'm going to take out my stitch marker and just hold on to this stitch so I don't lose it. Do my first single crochet. That's the first thing we're going to do. And then an increase in the next. So right here, 1, 2. And then single crochet 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And basically what we're doing is keeping the sides kind of the same shape and everything, but increasing on the edges to keep the shape constant. So what are we at? We just did the single crochet. Okay, so increase in this next one here, put 2 single crochet in there, and then single crochet 2 on the very edge here. So 1, 2, that's 1 single crochet in each of the next 2, not an increase. And then an increase in the next one. So 2 single crochet into this stitch, and then again doing basically the same as what we did on the other side, single crochet in the next 6, so 1 in each of the next 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to end with an increase in the second to last, so 2 stitches here, and then the single crochet in this last stitch of the round, like so. Now, our next round is going to be in back loop only. So all of these little V's here are the top of your single crochets. The back loop refers to the which of those loops that is furthest from you. So here, this edge is my front loop, and this edge back here is my back loop. And we're going to do these single crochets just through this back loop. So I'm going to take my stitch marker out, and I'm going to insert just under this back loop here. So it's just one loop on the hook, and I'm just going right into the center of this V just to pick up just a single loop, not this guy here, just this guy. And do that single crochet. Put the stitch marker back and do that around. And it's going to leave this loop here in the front, which we want. So into the next, one single crochet, into the next, and we're just going to do this all the way around. We'll have this nice edge. Alrighty, almost done this one. Now our next, I think it's funny that all of a sudden they started giving you the stitch counts at the end for just the legs. Just the legs get stitch counts. I don't really get it. I appreciate it, but I don't really understand. Everything should have stitch counts. Okay, last one. This little ball of fuzz does not belong here. Can you see this ball of fuzz? Get out, ball of fuzz. Okay, that's better. Alrighty. Now a normal round of just single crochet in each stitch around both loops like normal, and I'll be back. Okay, so this is after round 6. And we are going to continue. So this starts with a single crochet. We'll put our stitch marker back, and now we are going to decrease. So insert under the next, pull up a loop, insert into the stitch after that, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and now single crochet 5. So starting in the next stitch in the round, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we are going to do 4 decreases. So decrease number 1, decrease number 2. Now doing decreases in a row, you want to make sure this doesn't get too big when you're reaching for the next thing. You want to try to keep it small. Smush stuff together if you have to get over there. So this should be decrease number 3. And decrease number 4. Okay. 5 single crochet. Now this might look like a stitch here, but that's the one we just worked into. So we're reaching for this right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more decrease. And one more single crochet to finish that round out. Okay. Now our next one says decrease single crochet, and then it's in times 2. So we're going to do a decrease in a single crochet, and then we're going to repeat it. So starting with a decrease this time, put my stitch marker back, don't forget the stitch marker, and then in the next here a single crochet, and then repeat. So decrease, and then in the next a single crochet. Now 3 decreases. So 1, 2, 3. Now single crochet, decrease. So our first one was decrease, then single crochet. Now it's single crochet, then decrease. So single crochet, decrease. In the next, which we're reaching again because this is the edge of the one that we just worked into, single crochet, decrease here, and the last 2. And now we'll just single crochet in each stitch around. So I'll do this first one. And then continue around with 1 single crochet in each stitch. Now when I do work like this, when we're getting to the smaller pieces, I hold the other side down with my finger all the way around so that I can't go through both layers, just because that's a pain to deal with. Okay. Alrighty, so we're gonna stuff these. I will probably do the stuffing when we go to do the assembly, so I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm just gonna fasten off with a slip stitch, so 1 slip in the next, and then quick sewing tail estimate, which is really between 2 and 3 wraps around of the size of the opening is what I tend to do. Although I often have tails that are too long, truthfully. But you never know. So, foot. So make another one of these. 2 of those. Now the arms. Also making 2 of these. We're going to start 6 single crochet in a magic ring. So we've done those a lot in this kit, so I'm gonna go pretty quick through that. And we did one at the start of this. 6 single crochet in, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 6. Tighten that up, increase. Okay. Put my stitch marker in, finish this increase with another single crochet in the same spot, and then continue increasing in each stitch around. Okay. And now for 3, 4, and 5, 1 single crochet in each stitch around. So do those, move your stitch marker, and I'll be back. Okay, so your tail you can secure before doing the rounds. This curves towards you as you work, and I'm gonna curve this back out the right way. This is the wrong way right now, but before I do that, I'm gonna weave this tail in, or tie it off rather, because that's what you do. No, stop it. Okay, good enough for now. I'm going to turn this right side out, like so. Stuff the tail in there, like so. And single crochet 2, decrease around. Very good. So 1 single crochet, stitch marker back in, 2 single crochet, decrease, okay, 1 single crochet, second single crochet, now decrease, and last set, 1 single crochet, second single crochet, decrease. Okay, now 7, 8, 9 single crochet in each stitch around. Then we'll fasten off and be done. Alrighty, so those rounds are done. Oh no, they're not even, are they? No, I forgot one. Let's do the last round. I know how to count. So this will be 9, and then we'll fasten this off. We're gonna check this time. Let's see. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Perfect. Now we'll fasten off like this. Hey, stop. Stop that. And then tail. We don't need that big of a tail for this, but that'll work. So it says stuff and sew the opening. We will do that later when I feel like it. And now, soft pink. Alrighty. Somewhere in here is an end. We are going to find it. Aha, ha, 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 ha. Okay. Start with chain 36. So, slip knot, like we did earlier. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we check. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36. Perfect. Slip stitch to the first stitch. So, going to loop this around, and then I'm going to go through this right here. I'm going to go through there at the bottom. So we got this. Here's the top of this first chain. Here's the bottom, and I'm going to go right in here. And this middle bump loop on the back is going to be on top of my hook for this. Usually when I enter stitches like this, I enter just under the top loop, and often that bump is underneath my hook. But in this case, I'm going to enter down here. Then I'm just going to slip stitch. I'm going to hold this tail this away, slip stitch. Now we are single crocheting 36, so I'm going to hold this tail over here and I'm going to work around it so that I don't have to weave it in. And now I'm going to go under just the top loop like we normally would. Okay, hold on. This is finicky. Just the top loop right here. And I'm going to leave this over my hook so I work around it. If that is confusing for you and it gets in the way, you don't have to. It just is sort of a convenience thing. Then I'm going to yarn over, pull up that loop to finish the single crochet. Yarn over, pull through both loops on my hook, okay? And put in the stitch marker. Okay. Now, when we get back around, this will be a join because we slipped to it. And now what I'm going to do is just single crochet in each stitch around, but for now I'm going to be going just under these top loops here, and I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to work with this over my hook as well to weave it in at least for a number of stitches. So I just have it laying across and I go under the same loop as, you know, normal for a chain, but I'm just holding that in between. Okay, now I will leave that there and probably take it up to the next level the next time around and just continue around doing this normally. So one single crochet in each of these around, like so. So I'm going to do that until we get back to the beginning, and then I'll be back. Okay, so here we are. Now here's what we look like. We've got 2 stitches left to work into. This is a join, our slip stitch that we used to join. So we're going to do our last 2 single crochet. 1, 2. Okay. And then we don't do anything with this right here. So now for slip stitch to the first stitch, so single crochet 36. Okay, so this was round 2. Make sure you don't twist this, by the way, as you go. Now our next round 3, again, just single crochet in each stitch around. We're just gonna work under here, ignoring that. So slip into there, take that stitch marker out, finish that single crochet. And now we'll be in a normal joined round where you work all the way up to here, all the way to the marker every time. Now for this, I said something about just moving it up the next round. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring it back down this way. This is honestly just so I don't have to weave this in. And I'm going to do my next couple stitches around it as well, this way. And the reason why I didn't leave it down there is because then it would just stick out this way because it was near the edge possibly. If that this little like tail that ends up being on the end. So that's all I'm doing with this. Just so I don't have to weave it in. That being said, now it's just rounds of working around. Move your stitch marker every time, and I'll be back after that. Okay, so here we are. Now, it's important to note that with this, round 1 is the chain, and the first round of single crochet is round 2. So while this might traditionally, when you chain and then work, might look like not enough rounds, instead of this being 1 here counting, this is actually 2 because this chain is 1. So 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. Anyways, clean, fasten off, leave a tail, pinch bow in middle, tie up tightly. So I don't think we actually need that long of a tail. We're just using it for this middle part. So I'm going to, and we need enough of this to chain 15, which that's going to be enough, but we're going to do about here. Okay. We're going to pull this out. This is different than what we normally do. And, my thing's over here. We are going to, I think this is called also an invisible join instead of clean fasten. So we've got this on, we've pulled it up through. We're going to insert under the next stitch like so. And then we'll pull it back through this here, the last stitch that we did. Pull it back through. Now, that looks pretty good. We're going to fold in half, like so, and then pinch. And I'm going to, since also the yarn is right here, and this is where both of the joins are, I'm going to pinch here and then sew up tightly. So I don't really have a strategy for this. I'm just gonna pinch and then just like go down through the center and then come up through like the back. And I'm just stabbing this like through, down through the center, like so. Now I'm gonna take this tail out here and just tie off this end. So under a nearby loop, tie this off, and then weave this in around some places, then trim it. Okay. Now, same pink. And I think with the bow here is where we'll stop. So we are going to chain 15 with this. So slip knot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now 14 single crochet. Now this does say in parentheses adjustable, right? I don't know what they mean. The only time I see adjustable over here is when it's telling you how to do the adjustable ring, which is not the same as chaining. So I am ignoring that and assuming that it's some type of mistake for right now. So we're just gonna do back along here, 14 single crochet, and then it says that we're gonna leave a tail long enough to sew. So I'm gonna fasten off, and we need a tail to sew to the head and to sew around the thing. I don't think it's gonna be all that much, but we'll just go there. And now leave tail at bottom position and sew to the head. So we're gonna keeping the tail at the bottom. Stop that. Wrap this around. And then figure out how we're gonna sew this. So first what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go through the opposite end here. Come back through the other side. I'll weave this end in later at some point. Now that that's done, and that's wrapped around like that, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna enter back here, and I'm gonna try to come out along this edge right here. And then I'm gonna go in one spot up under this loop. Still, I don't really think this matters that much. Depends on just how you want it to look and everything. Like that. And continue like that up. So we're like up here now. Although I don't love how that like pulls it to it. Although it does say sew it to the thing, but what do we care? Okay, and then see how that does. And then I think the same thing on this side, except now we'll be going down. So I'm gonna just come through behind this stitch and behind there, leaving that edging there, just because I think that having the edging is nice. And then through to the back, put this back down at the bottom again. We'll leave that there for now. Honestly, the back might have ended up looking more reasonable. I don't know. But anyways, there's a bow. Not bad, I think. Setting that aside. Alright, I guess we could look at these next things. Soft yellow, soft yellow. Working magic ring. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. This isn't the right hook. Have I been using this hook? Is this the right hook? No, this is the right hook. Do you think I just used this hook to make the bow? I guess I can check later. I don't think so. That metal's cold. Alrighty. Working magic ring. So, magic ring. Bring the yarn around the finger. Under the first one. Grab the second one. Hey, behave yourself. Pull that under. Twist. Chain one, let go. Okay, now I'm going to chain 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, when they say chain 10, turn, single crochet 10, I wonder if they're counting the initial because, all right. I wonder if this is supposed to be single crochet 9 or if this is supposed to be chain 11. I'm going to just blatantly assume that it's supposed to be single crochet 9. Look at this being a messed up edge. Let's fix that. All right, where were we? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to assume this first one's supposed to be single crochet 9. It could also be chain 11, single crochet 9. They also could be counting this first chain as a chain and want you to work into that, but I don't like that idea, so I'm not going to. So starting in the second chain from the hook, I'm just going to single crochet 9 on my way down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now slip stitch. So around these 2 loops here, both of these here facing this way. So hold on. I wouldn't want to do it like this facing this way. Okay, we want it to stay the same way the whole time. So I'm going to do it around both of these 2 pieces. Slip stitch. Now, chain 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, stop it. Probably need to redo 5. 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 13. And single crochet your way back down. 12 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Okay, why don't you want to go where I want you to? There we go. 9, 10, 11, and our last one for 12. Slip stitch to the magic ring. So again, around both of these, like so. The same thing with chain 15 and then single crochet 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, last one here, 14, and then a slip stitch again. Oh no, around both loops. And then this time we're chaining 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 8, 9, 12, 13, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Okay, yep. And single crocheting 12 back down. 2, 3, 4. Stop doing this. Okay. Last one. Hey, 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 hey. That was a 13, so we're going to slip stitch around both loops again into the middle there, and chain 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now the fact that it has 11 down here makes me think that it's really possible that that was supposed to be chain 11 at the top. But also, I don't think it matters, and it doesn't have to be symmetrical, and it might still have been meant to be a chain 10 and a single crochet 9. So we don't care. We're going to go back down. And it also could have meant to work into the one that you do around the thing, but it really doesn't matter that much. This is just, it's not like this is sizing to fit somewhere or whatever. It's just the visual look of the hair. You could add more strands of hair. As long as you had the yarn, no one would stop you. I certainly wouldn't stop. The yarn might stop you if it does this. You might be stopped. Some nonsense. Alright, that's close enough for now. It's probably because I put the sticker back on, because I am a strange person who wanted... It is literally because I put the sticker back on. Why did I put the sticker back on? I like the labels. I think it's nice. Perfect. Alrighty. Alright, so we are going to leave a tail to sew to the head, which will leave about yay long. Pull this up and then pull this tight. Like so. That looks like a starfish. We're not going to question it, even though we did just question it a little bit. Now technically, I should and will just tie this off. Like, I'll just do it probably right there in a bit. Because it is a magic ring and I don't want it to come undone. Collar. Red yarn. Here we go. So this is gonna be pretty simple. Similar to what we just did with the pink to make the bow. So we're just going to slip knot, chain 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 for 20. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25. Alrighty, slip stitch to the first. So again, I'm gonna go underneath to get this, all this knot and stuff kind of inside here. Slip stitch like so, and then I am gonna pull the tail over here and work around it. So I just worked into the bottom here, now I'm gonna work under this top loop, which is right here, to do the single crochet. And I'll use a stitch marker just to make things simpler. And again, we'll have, well, I guess it doesn't, yeah, we'll slip stitch to the first stitch. So I'm just going to, like I did before, single crochet my way around. Making sure I don't work into the wrong side of these loops or let this get twisted. Keeping it smooth. This is fiddly. Okay, so as we come back around, we have our join. We have the last actual thing to work into of the round, and then we're joining with a slip stitch. So we're not working into this, we're joining with a slip stitch to this first single crochet right here. Stop that. Like so. And there is the collar. Oh, clean fasten off. Okay, if you insist. Let me do that last one again. Okay, so forget what I said about the slip stitching. Now, it doesn't say that we need a tail for this. It also, before sewing all the parts together, pin them in the desired place. Sew the head, but the head. It doesn't actually put the collar in the instructions. I mean, I'm sure you just slide it onto the body, but still, it's kind of like if you just followed the instructions for assembly, you would never use this. Alrighty, so pulling that up through, finding my needle, which is somewhere. It's the same color as the Scrump yarn, so sometimes finding it is a difficulty. And thread this on. We'll go underneath this first stitch of the round like this, and then up through the one that we came out of like that, and say, you know, I feel like we need to go back down through here just to make things even. And there's our collar. And I'm still going to come down here and tie this, because you can't just not tie things. You have to tie them, because that's how it is. Makes me feel better. Okay, so don't over tighten that. I already over tightened it. It's fine. It'll just go in the back. Collar. And that is the pieces. So next time, assembly and face. So anyways, this has been a Scrump, and we'll be back next time. Hope this is helpful.